about the first time that human beings ever learned to fly by making their own wings, homemade wings. And it's the story also of a great inventor named Daedalus and his son Icarus. Now Daedalus, many say, was the greatest inventor who ever lived. And some people say he was a really nice guy, but there are other people who know better, because Daedalus had a very dark past. But he did know how to fly. Let's see the story of Daedalus and Icarus.
Once a man named Daedalus lived in Athens, the Greek city whose protector was Athena, the goddess of wisdom. One day Daedalus was making a statue of Athena, and the goddess liked it so much that she just decided to give him special powers.
Who is that scandalously handsome goddess? Daedalus, you back down yourself. I've never seen myself looking better. I think you deserve some magic powers.
Thanks to her, Daedalus became Athens' top inventor and builder. Everyone admired his cleverness at making gadgets and his ability to solve problems that had baffled people for years.
I call it a cellular phone.
Ooh. Even Aegeus, the king of Athens at the time, counted on Daedalus for advice about new buildings and special projects.
I call them condominiums.
But it wasn't enough for Daedalus to be the greatest inventor in Athens. He couldn't stand anyone else getting recognition. The great inventor even became worried that his own nephew, his apprentice, would steal some of his glory. In Athens, Daedalus' reputation as a wise man and clever inventor was growing. He soaked up praise from others, especially his family members.
Who would have thought it? I hate to admit it, but after all those fights we had as kids, my own baby brother's a genius.
Brother, you look like you ate something that didn't agree with you.
No, brother, it's not my lunch. I just remembered that Mother always spoiled you. Then Athena sharpened your head like a pencil. Some people can overlook.
Now don't get upset just because I'm famous and you're not. My ideas will help our whole city. And if I can ever do you a favor, please let me know.
I was hoping you'd say that. My son Talos loves to build things. He built a doghouse that is so comfortable that the dog refuses to come out. Then he made a mousetrap that's so attractive to mice that they will all be lining up to try it out. Please teach him something useful and get him out of my hair.
I don't really need anyone right now.
So you work for free? You must need someone to clean up around here, like take out the garbage. Surely there's anything you can special talent for that.
All right. Having a kid like him around will allow me more time for my important work. We can start tomorrow. If you must remember, I'm very busy with very important people, so he needs to stay out of my way.
So Talos, the youth about 12 years old, came to stay with his uncle Daedalus. At first he went about his chores in the inventor shop, cleaned up the tools, washed all the dishes, and took out the rubbish. One day an Athenian came to the shop to ask Daedalus' help. Talos was sweeping up in the corner.
I need a tool that can cut through wood more quickly and neatly. Chopping wood with an axe is too messy and takes too long. Can you help?
Maybe if you used a bigger axe or a spear. Let me think about it. Come back in a day or two and I'll have something for you.
When the man left, Talos spoke up.
Uncle, look at this drawing I made. It's a design for a tool I call a saw. It'll cut through wood more easily than an axe. How does it work? See these sharp points there that look like teeth? They'll cut right through the wood when you move it back and forth across the wood. I came up with an idea one night when I was taking out the garbage. I saw a fish skeleton and it made me think. Shh! Didn't I tell you not to disturb my thinking? Give me that silly drawing and get back to your chores.
But Daedalus did not throw that silly drawing away. He used House's idea to make a saw out of metal. He had it ready when the carpenter returned.
How did you think of this saw, as you call it? You really are clever.
Oh, it just came to me one night as I was taking out the garbage.
Daedalus took all the credit, but Talos was discouraged. He felt that someday his uncle would recognize his talent.
Uncle, look what I made. I call it a compass. You can use it to measure things exactly and draw perfect diagrams. Give me that and stop fooling around. You've got work to do. I've got to do something about this boy before I become the second best inventor in Athens.
That night, Daedalus couldn't sleep. He was so angry and jealous. Finally, he thought up a plan that made him feel much better. He rushed over to Talos' room.
Talos, I was too harsh with you today. Forgive me. Come with me now, though. I'd like your help on a project right now. It's very important. On top of Athena's temple. I could use your advice. Wow, that would be great. But way up there? Right now, in the middle of the night, when it's so dark, this shouldn't take too long.
When they got to the roof of the temple, Daedalus carried out his evil plot.
I've been asked to build a statue for that side of the tower. Lean over the edge and tell me if you think it's possible. Well, it sure looks dangerous, but if you say so.
As Talos leaned over, Daedalus gave him a swift push, which sent him hurtling toward the paving stones. But before he hit the ground, he quickly flapped his arms and miraculously began to move skyward. You see, Athena had watched the plot unfold, stepped in a flash. She turned Talos into a bird, a partridge to be exact, and so spared Talos' life. Then she had a few words with her former favorite.
You're a very sick man, Daedalus. I'm tempted to take back all the powers I've given you, but I won't. Instead, I'm going to banish you from Athens. You'll be left to wander the world, hoping someone will take you in. And just wait, fate will have other punishments in store for you.
Daedalus wandered about, sailing from country to country, until he came to the island of Crete, where the evil King Minos was looking for a great inventor. He was hired on the spot, soon settled down, married, and had a son. The boy's name was Icarus, and Daedalus loved him very, very much.
I love you, son.
I love you too, Dad.
Now, after years of working for Minos, Daedalus was given the job of designing the labyrinth that would house Minos' newest pet, the Minotaur. For those of you who don't know the labyrinth, is a maze, and the Minotaur was a powerful creature that was killed by an Athenian named Theseus, one of our other stories. But when Theseus escaped from the labyrinth, taking Minos' daughter Ariadne with him, someone was going to have to take the heat from Minos. That person was Daedalus.
Guards, bring the inventor to me.
What's your most excellent ruthlessness?
The palace guards brought in Daedalus, his hands bound behind him. A few steps behind the inventor, also bound, stood his son, Icarus.
What should I do with you? Theseus killed the Minotaur and escaped from the labyrinth. Only you can help him do that. And to make matters worse, he's ran off with my dear Ariadne.
Should we execute them now, Your Highnessness?
Yes, your most excellent ruthlessness, sir. We're ready to run them through. No, I've just thought of a fit punishment. Take the inventor and his son to the center of the maze and leave them there without food or water. The inventor will be trapped by his own invention.
Wow, how excellently ironic.
Yeah, how radically ironic.
Daedalus' face became a mask of horror. When he had made the labyrinth, even he got lost in the maze, unless he had his master plans to him.
I've only one request, Your Highness. My son is afraid of the dark.
Please, Dad, why do you have to go tell everyone like that?
Can we please have a supply of candles, so at least this last hours may be a little less frightening? Very well. You may have your candles. That way you'll be able to watch each other starve. Ha ha ha!
Daedalus and Icarus were brought to the center of the maze and set free. The guards retraced their steps, keeping the inventor and his son in their place by threatening them with arrows and spears.
Just stay right there, Edison.
Have fun. Send us a postcard sometime.